Good morning. This is Miss Lauren with the next part of our week's activities. Today we're going to do some work with paper and cardboard for our engineering activity. You guys have some smaller ones at home that Miss Lauren cut up from a roll of wrapping paper. These are just my toilet paper rolls. I also have this paper to show you how to make more cylinders like these with strips of paper and some tape. And I've got my son's littler scissors to show you how I can do it with that. Now these are just a few panels from some Amazon boxes I had folded up in my garage. I'm going to make these a part of what helps me stack things on top of my cylinders. Okay. Then in addition, I grabbed some sharpies. I have all my sharpies here from Amazon Basics, and I'm going to color these pieces too, because Miss Lauren likes a little color on everything, and there's no reason why we can't extend art into our engineering. Okay, let's start by cutting some strips. I'll make sure both of these pages are lined up together so I can cut all the strips at the same time. You guys have one of these in your manila folder with lines on them, so you can cut these out right along with me if you want to. I'll just cut a few of the strips out because I have two papers laid together, so I'm going to have double the amount that I'm cutting right now. I'll do one more. Okay, let's start there. So now I've got some strips. I'll put those aside. Those are going to help us make more of these cylinders. And now I'm going to take one of my panels and I'm going to cut it into smaller squares. Now, I'm using my box cutter, and your parents may have one at home and they'll have to use it. But I also have some larger scissors that work pretty good on some of the thinner cardboard box. Okay, I'm going to be real safe about this, and I'm using my cutting board because I don't want to cut up my pretty wood or tear up my blanket here on the table. One more time, see if we can loosen that up. Okay, there's one. Oh, that was a big piece. Let's do it one more time. There's two. And this is just the smaller part of the box. This is just the flaps that it closes with. This isn't even the large part. So you don't have to try and use an entire box to do this. Just the little open and closing panels is fine. And they're probably the easier to cut pieces. Once you start getting into the big box pieces, you're going to put some work in. Oh, I can feel it going through to the cutting board. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Now that I've cut these into smaller strips, I'm going to cut them in half and give myself as close to a perfect square as I can. Let me do a few more of these so I can have enough to build with. I gave each of you a few of these in your bag and a few cylinders. But if you have boxes around, you can always make more for bigger, taller towers. When I talked to King and Marley about this project, they were asking if we were going to glue them together so that the structure would stay put. And you absolutely can do that. If you want, you can put a little glue on the rim here, put a little glue on the square cardboard, and you can make it so that your structure is glued and stays. But for those of you who like to change it up and to keep redoing it and trying different things, you don't have to use any glue at all. That's good for now. So I'm going to bring out my Sharpies, do a little coloring on them. Let's see. Purple first. You know how I love purple. I'll do a little color on here. I'm going to do some stripe designs. Just a few stripes going down. You can do different patterns on each piece. Every structure has a design on it. We're going to be architects today. We're going to design the way a building is going to look. Let's see, another color. Oh, this teal is nice. Let's do a little with the teal here. I'll do little dots all over it. A few more just to fill it in. Yeah, so simple dots. Let's see what else. Oh, that is a great looking pink. Let's do some wavy lines on this one. That is a nice pink. Just some waves, just some simple waves. Pink looks a little light on the camera, so I'll add a little bit more to each of the lines. Okay. What other colors are in here? Let's see if I can find a nice dark green. There we go. Now what to do with the green? Maybe lots of little squares. So I'll draw a lot of lines going down. Then I'll draw more lines going across. Here, lots of little squares. Now for the cylinders, let's see. I'm going to make some color all the way around. Some on the top, some on the bottom. You can color these however you like. Oh, a nice orange. Let's see how orange picks up on here. Not too bad. It's kind of light though. And I'll draw some on the bottom. Coloring this in. A little pop of color goes a long way. I enjoy things looking festive and colorful. Now how about a blue? That is a nice blue. Let's do one with those. Just turning it as I color, just to get a little color around the edges. When you stack it up, you'll get to see all these cool designs on your structure. Let's do one more. That was fun. Ooh, I found a really dark purple. Let's see how that one comes out. Ah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now let's start trying to build it up. Okay, a good foundation is really important. So if you want to start with just a simple 2 in the front, 2 in the back, that might be a good idea. Then we can take our cardboard pieces and set them up on top. Now, on to the next layer. This is where we start having to balance really carefully. Whew. It's getting way up there. Now, I've got this structure up and I'm out of toilet paper rolls. But if I want, I can cut these in half and use them to keep building on. Also, when we were cutting earlier, I had a nice long strip and then I cut it into squares. But if you want to keep it in a long strip, you'll have a nice extended pattern here. Ooh, better be careful. It's starting to get a little tricky. Here's our structure. Now let's think about the next part, because we want to use our strips too. I'll show you how to roll your strips. Once you've cut them out, you're just going to separate them and roll them together like this. See? Just making a little circle. And I keep going and going and going and rolling. And now it's a little cylinder. So I'll take a little piece of tape. Let's see where this piece of tape starts. I think I found it. Tear off a piece of tape and use it to roll it and keep it closed. This is where the flap stops. So this is the piece I'm going to take down right across. Now I've got more cylinders. Let's do a couple more. Roll it and keep going. This is good fine motor practice. Pushing one hand over the other to make it stay together. Then a little bit more tape. Now, I made a wider one and I made a more narrow one. So the opening here is bigger than the other. Now, any ideas with this? If you have one that's a little more wide open and a smaller one, you can even put them inside of each other. You see? I'm excited to see what you guys put together. Let's build something, take a picture of it, and when I finish mine, I'll post mine on our Facebook page. But I want to see yours too. You guys can show me the structures you come up with. And I will be so excited to see it. Whoa. This is making me nervous. But we have to have a steady hand. Oh, one more on top. Ah! Good luck. I can't wait to see what you guys do. Have fun with this. Color it, paint it if you like. You can use chalk, crayon, marker, stamps. If you have stickers, use stickers. The point of this is to have fun and use our brains to do some problem solving to figure out how we're going to make everything work. All right, bears. All right, bunnies. All right, frogs. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Enjoy your day, and don't forget to play. Miss you till I see you. Bye.